morning, here's the news at 10. First, the highlights. Lagos State Governor urges youths to support state developmental plans. President Tinubu signs 2024 budget into law. On the foreign scene, death toll in Japan earthquake rises as rescuers search rubble for survivors. And in sport, Super Eagles Africa Cup of Nations camp opens. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has appealed to youths in Lagos to support his developmental plans for the people of the state. Sanwo-Olu made the appeal in his New Year message to the youth in Badagry at the end of activities to mark the Greater Lagos Fiesta in the town. Sanwo-Olu, who was represented at the fiesta by the Commissioner for Home Affairs, Ibrahim Layode, urged the residents of Badagry to cooperate with his administration by supporting his developmental plans. He assured the people of Badagry that he would keep to his campaign promises, urging the youth to trust in his governance and be law-abiding. Wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijake Sanwo-Olu, has visited 4 selected public hospitals in the state to welcome the first babies of the year 2024. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu visited Badagry General Hospital, Maternal and Child Center, Amuwodofi, Ajeromi General Hospital, as well as Apapa General Hospital to welcome the first babies at the selected locations. Speaking at the event, wife of the governor, in company of dignitaries, visited the wards and presented gifts to the first babies of the year and other patients. She restated the government's commitment to creating an enabling environment, promoting quality healthcare services to residents in line with the vision of the state government.
Over the years, the Lagos State government, under the current administration of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, through the Ministry of Health, has continued to deliver on its mandate to all residents in the state. The government has strengthened its maternal and child health policies and programs, upgraded and constructed new MCC facilities to provide accessible and affordable mother and child health care services, hence reducing the high rate of morbidity and mortality among women and under 5 children in the state.
Commissioner for Health Akin Bayomi, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary Olusegun Oboye, said the program was in line with the annual practice of the state to celebrate the first babies, in commitment of the state's government to maternal and child health care, as well as providing quality services to Lagosians. Abayomi urged everyone to enroll under the Lagos Health Insurance Scheme, popularly known as Ilera Eko, while congratulating the families of the newborn babies. Medical directors at the general hospitals who expressed gratitude to the state government for infrastructural upgrade, prioritizing the health sector among other initiatives, called for more support to further provide qualitative healthcare services to the people. Speaking with journalists, mothers of the first babies of year 2024 said they were grateful to God for safe delivery and appreciated the state government support. Our correspondent Adirayo Iduwolaya reports that the events had in attendance wife of the Deputy Governor Oluremi Hamzat, other top government functionaries, stakeholders in the health sector, and residents. The Center for Citizens with Disabilities, CCD, has ranked Lagos State top in the implementation of accessibility to infrastructure and other services for the benefits of persons with disabilities, PWDs, in accordance with the National Disabilities Act. CCD Senior Program Officer Damian Ivom said this at the unveiling of the survey report in Abuja. Ivom said Lagos had exceeded the requirements of UN Inclusion Strategy Scorecard UNIDS criteria and had adhered to a majority of the checklist requirements. According to him, Lagos State has demonstrated high implementation of accessibility to infrastructure and services, as well as improved security for PWDs in the state. The survey was conducted from October to November to assess the level of implementation of the National Disability Act and UNIDI's criteria by state government. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has confirmed that the passport application automation process will begin operation on January 8, 2024. The minister had announced in December that the federal government was working to ensure a full automation system of passport application in the country. At the time, the minister said the automated application system was 99% done, noting that the process would include uploading passport photos and supporting documents. Meanwhile, Ojo, while inspecting facilities of the Nigeria Immigration Service in Abuja, alongside the Comptroller General of the service, Wura Ola Adeboju, on Monday confirmed that Nigerians will be able to apply and complete their passport application process online without human contact. The minister said the ministry has commenced the training process that will lead to the live launch of the automation. He added that the initiative will improve the security architecture of the country, prompting a quick detection of fake passport applications and reducing bottlenecks. Now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has signed the 2024 appropriation bill of 28.78 trillion naira into law. He signed the appropriation bill into law in Abuja immediately after returning from the Christmas and New Year holidays in Lagos. At the event, President Tinubu commended the efforts of the members of the National Assembly in passing the bill on time and working during weekends and holidays. The President pledged to use the provisions of the budget to touch the lives of citizens positively. Present at the event were the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Abubakar Bagudu, and Chairman, Senate Committee on Appropriation, Solomon Adeola. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, has reassured Nigerians of his ministry's commitment to prioritize electricity supply in the country in 2024. He said this was in line with the President Bola Tinubu's electricity turnaround agenda in his New Year message. Adelabu said the ministry, agencies and electricity distribution company, DISCOs, worked tirelessly during the Yuletide to enhance power supply, saying it was a positive improvement. The minister said the lack of liquidity continues to be a significant challenge in the electricity market. According to him, the ministry is currently reviewing the implementation process of a cost-reflective tariff, while government will continue to subsidize power supply to those that are vulnerable in the society. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, says it has rolled out strategies to help micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, to survive the temporary economic fallout from fuel subsidy removal. This is contained in a statement signed by the Director General of the agency, Mojisola Adeyeye. Adeyeye said the new set of strategies was targeted to help MSME to survive the economic situation from the fuel subsidy removal to enhance the ease of doing business in Nigeria. This will ensure that the growth of the sector is not discouraged by the current economic trauma. Now to foreign news. The number of people killed in a powerful earthquake in Japan, which caused homes to collapse and triggered tsunami warnings, is now known to be 48. Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida says the quake has caused numerous casualties and extensive damage. Around 1,000 rescuers are searching for people who they think may be trapped beneath the rubble. The Japanese military has been handing out supplies including food, water and blankets for those who have had to leave home. All tsunami advisories have now been lifted also along the Sea of Japan, meaning there is no longer a risk of such an event. President Joe Biden says the U.S. stands ready to provide any necessary assistance. In our sport, the Super Eagles camp for the 2023 African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire will open in Saudi Arabia today. Jose Pesario's side have been drawn in Group A alongside host Cote d'Ivoire, Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau. The Portuguese tactician last year on 2 occasions had promised to bring smiles to the faces of Nigerians by winning the long-coveted trophy after the country last won it in 2013 under the guidance of late Stephen Keshi. Pesario named his 25-man squad for the tournament on Friday, calling up African Footballer of the Year Victor Osimhen, Captain Ahmed Musa and Chippa United goalkeeper Stanley Nwabili. Other players called up to the squad are expected to arrive in camp today, including Osimhen, Musa, Nwabili, Uju, Olaino, Calvin Bassi, Alex Iwobi, Ademola Lukman, among others. And that is our news at 10. Just before we go, carry out proper adequate checks on your vehicles before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms, X formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration empowered over 1,000 residents at the 3rd phase of the Mega Empowerment Program? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has appealed to youths in Lagos to support his developmental plans for the people of the state. President Bola Tinubu has signed the 2024 appropriation bill of 28.78 trillion naira into law. We also told you that the number of people killed in a powerful earthquake in Japan, which caused homes to collapse and triggered tsunami warnings, is now known to be 48. And in sport, the Super Eagles camp for the 2023 African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire will open in Saudi Arabia today. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fagbalagu. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.